Hello everyone, hello! Cesare here with some more Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently in Emerald. Within the Maelstrom. I know I didn't go and do this quest last night, it's not a big deal. You look like Assassin's Creed main character. I would argue I look like a white mage because that came first. Since, you know, this is what that's based on. But that's cool, I guess. Hey, cat. What are you doing? At least it's a main character and not a side character. Also, hi, Jeremy. I got this cool staff, too. Look at this. That's my pocket you just pulled out of my pants. The fuck, cat? Anyway. Truly the most mini of pranks, yeah. Alright, new pet for today, guys. Alright, so I updated OBS, and aside from giving me connectivity issues at the start, it doesn't really seem to have fixed the camera too much. It does seem a little better, but yeah. Anyway. So as a reminder of yesterday, guys, we went through and defeated Innocence. Vatri was taken down. The Crystal Exarch revealed who he was, not by choice, more the wind pushed his hood down. And he tried to take all of the light that was turning us into a Light Warden, because we have all the Light Warden's light inside of us, and now it's finally too much for us to bear. And he tried to take all of that out of us so that he could teleport into the rift and blow up and die. But before he could, Emmett Salk shot him in the back, and basically revealed that his plan is to turn us into a Sin Eater and have us destroy the first so that it becomes the one. He told us to seek us out in the Tempest when it becomes too much to bear, which is where we are now. We're underwater in the Tempest. Bismarck, we found out that Bismarck is a creature here as well. He's one of the Fey folk, and he took us to the bottom of the sea where he created a giant air bubble for us, which is this entire area. And then we found our way over here to this strange city under the sea. Was the Crystal Exarch Bob Dole the Chocobo? Yes, but 200 years in the future, so he gained the form of a man of some sort. Alright, our pet is Komainu today? Or Komainu? Sorry. This is the right way? Yeah, that's the right way. Anyway, so we went around and we found that there's actually people here in this place. They're gigantic, and they also talk of what happened, or how we need to get away, go spend time with our family because the final days is coming. They all speak of something called the final days, and they all speak of the plans the Convocation of 14 are making. He's one of the descendants of the D&D Bob Dole. Yep. Bureau of the Architect. What are you doing here? Look at this guy. He's fucking gigantic. This is the Bureau of the Architect, little one. If you require assistance, I should be glad to assist you. But are you certain this is where you should be? This is your first time here? Take a number if you haven't already, then settle in for a good long wait. Welcome to the Bureau of the Architect, little one. I should be glad to assist you in locating the concept you seek after I finished assisting those ahead of you in the queue. An audience with Emmett Salk? I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one. And besides, he will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Oops. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce credible proportions. One which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It is a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus, I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. Dude, what? I always have that problem. I talk to someone and then they just immediately fade out of existence. Hello, Vector, you arrived. We are here. In this ancient city. Getting real tired of folks fading out of existence when I speak to them. By the way, we're being called children by these people. I'm on my chocobo, and I'm not even as tall as a actual Amaratian child. I lost many romantic partners because they faded out of existence when I talked to them, or they became trees. One of the two. Hi, Mini Cat. Or the moon. Hey, Alice, what are you doing here? Well, that was an experience. I was never very fond of being treated like a child, but it did make questions less suspicious. Miro, if I was not certain before than I am now, the people of the city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emmett Selk to recreate this ancient Amaranth. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He would have his story known. A greater purpose. We can compare notes on once the others return. Hopefully, then, our next move will become clear. It would seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was a talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Ariandre, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancients' art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. Not too dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Ascians, wherein ritual ceremony bequeatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the ether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means for destruction. An interesting matter, which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emmett Selk. Has anyone learned aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder though, Miro, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It may be that your name is registered at the bureaus as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. Pray, allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Miro's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Then Ishola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. Breen's trying to bridge the gap between her and Alice, because in the last episode, Alice kind of bitched her out for thinking that providing false hope was gonna help. Making false promises and providing false hope. Patronizing Emertine. A light flexer. Sorry, we'll just skip by this because I don't care. I'm only picking it up because it is a quest needed to get a ether current, which I will do later. And now I'm just running over here to pick up the damn quest and then move on. Anyway, Vector, how you doing? How was your Tuesday? Jeremy, how was your Tuesday? I know you had a lot of work yesterday. Loquacious Emertine. Sorry if you guys want to see that. I'm just sticking with my usual setup here of not really bothering with the ether current quests. They're just here for me to rush through quickly and then turn in. Hey, shouldn't you have me for a boss fight? And then he fades out of existence. And that one just fucking dies when his friend leaves. When his friend's no longer looking at him, he no longer exists. Do you take her in quest for the entire reason you watched this stream? I'm sorry. I have not met your desires. Here's the fascinating part. This means that Emmett Cell created these quest givers because... Sure. Dude, what the fuck? Why is this quest still going? The joy behind the ether current quest is that they're supposed to be short and quick so that you can finish them super fast. You think he built? No. Well, technically, this city, yes. In a way. In a way. I kind of don't want to skip the... I already skipped a bunch of those. This one. Give you Bioshock Rapture vibes? Well, they're both underwater, so... Where's the violently racist one? Well, these people didn't have, like, alternate races as far as I can tell. Like, Mikodis and that didn't come into existence until after the Sundering. This man's addled. Use the concept outside the board of the Bureau of the Architect and play with the creations. Sorry, the only reason I'm doing these right now is because I'm actually in the area. Otherwise, I would not bother. Weakened Cubist. Well, okay, I have to be closer. Oh. What's this, casters? You want a standing cast? Not happening. Apparently my Asuna spell did not go off. Apparently I hit tetragrammic on that. Oops. Okay. Guess I'm gonna be poisoned. Yeah, fuck Melbu Brahma. Jeremy, how do you feel about Art Deco housing? This looks ridiculous on this map. Apparently clipping was not a concern when they created this. You like Art Deco? Apparently those slimes that I just killed enjoyed being killed. The joyous thing is I only have one more of those quests to turn in. Or two more, because I have the one that up above that I haven't done. And then I have these ones here that I'm just doing because they're like in the way of where I'm going. Fuck clipping. Alright guys, so you ready to get rid of permission? Vector, What is the process to get rid of permission from you? I'm regretting not reading those quests now, though, because it could have given us some insight into this society. Hey, Chocobo! Guys, send Chocobo for a heist. Okay, let's see. Administrative cure. Click. A visitor's writ? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Miro Apprentice. Please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Miro Apprentice, your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emmett Selk himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau of the Secretariat, and the clerk will assist to issue a visitor's writ for the capital. It seems fairly... Oh, fuck. I hate all of that. It's PM's fault. Okay. And on the way there, we'll use the etheric rope on a weakened Cubus. Just think, Midgard somewhere. May not have even been here when this place was sundered. Oh, look, it's a Cubus. Not weakened enough, I guess? Okay. There! Normally you just gotta get them under 50%, but that one was like under 20% or something. Alright, we'll turn that in later when I need to. For now. Oh, we got the Aramon now. So either there were just random slime creatures named Cubuses walking around Emerald streets, or Emmett Selk has made a few embellishments. I like just looking at the city. That's why you keep seeing me angle my camera afterwards like that. Pretty nice looking, isn't it? Of course you turn directly into the direction I'm going. You sack of shit. Hydro Shot. I'm kind of surprised Hydro Shot isn't in a Pokemon attack. No, Hydro Cannon is. Okay, Secretariat Clerk. Next, please. Application documents requesting permission to enter the capital as a sanctioned visitor. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. There's a lot of people just sitting here. Now we get to sit at the DMV. Fucking Miro compared to the others. She's just... Alright, I'll just sit here and fucking die of light corruption while I wait. May I? You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emmett Selk? Nay, there is no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. I know only that my name is Hythlodaeus, and that the city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emmett Selk's mind was distracted when he created me. A stray thought would have been enough. Hythlodaeus will realize the truth, for example. We were close friends in life, you see? Yet, in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest. A bit part, meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we wait. If you've come this far, then you know of the catastrophe which awaits us on our morrow. The final days, what began as isolated incidents, soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. The Convocation of 14, well, it was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will of ours for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order to halt the spread of destruction. But creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. Of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. And from their sacrifice, Zodiark was born. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet, oh how the star had suffered. So many species lost. The land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the wind had ceased to blow. Once more did our people give up themselves to Zodiark. Another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that trees and grasses and myriad tiny lives would spread and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The Convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time was right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiark. In return, he would restore us, those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our roles as stewards. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiark, and that this new world should belong to the lives of the newly born. These dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Hydaelyn, an incarnation of their opposing belief, and for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you, then, how this concluded? I thought you might. Emmet Selk has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiark. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will not have abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, Emmet Selk is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. It's truly a terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Miro Apprentice. It seems your turn has come. Pray, do not let me keep you. Ah, there was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest glimmer of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion? Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tell the tale. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. Ha! This is just the kind of fate I might expect for one such as she. Surely Emmet Selk has recognized the hint of her in you? Mirror Apprentice? Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what it is you seek. And he's gone. Alright, so what you glean from that is the final days were upon them. And in order to stop it, they sacrificed half of their population to summon Zodiark, who did stop it, but the planet was basically fucking dead anyway. So they sacrificed half of that population that remained to restore the planet to what it once was. And then they wanted to sacrifice the life energy that built up over a few years to get their people back. And some of the remaining people were like, nah son, that's fucking insane. Like, we've already given so much to this creation, we gotta stop. And they were like, nah, let's sacrifice more. So they ended up summoning Heidelin, who punched Zodiark in the face and split reality, all of reality, into 14 different source and shards. Also found out there that apparently Ardbert and Miro are of the same soul. And apparently Emmet Selk saw something of her in us, whatever that means. We'll let you contemplate that for just a moment, as it is break time. Be right back, guys.